You wish.
Haha! There! What do you say about that?
All right. I didn't know you could also do it that way.
And?
Sorry I doubted you.
And?
I love you?
Okay, that's not what I was expecting, but it'll do. So, what's this rocky chunk got to say?
Well, for starters, it says it's not a rock.
Really? What is it then? Some kind of metal?
No, it's not mineral or organic.
So, what is it?
Going straight to the hard questions. But that is not how science works.
How does it work then?
First of all, you formulate a hypothesis. Then you build an experiment to test this hypothesis. You observe, and you learn.
Okay, then what have you learned?
That I'm lacking imagination regarding hypotheses? One thing we know for sure is that rust particles scatter immediately when in contact with flow. I'd like to observe this reaction more closely.
You can do that next time. Right now, you should go to bed.
Already? What time is it?
No idea, but I know I'm sleepy. And I want my snuggles before I crash.
Gotcha.
All right, you can open your eyes. Surprise anniversary!
Huh?
I meant to say surprise, and then I thought, happy anniversary. I panicked.
Whose anniversary is it?
It's our anniversary. 1 month on Source.
Already?
Yeah, I mean, give or take a few days.
It went by fast.
Yeah, remember the time we almost died crashing on this planet?
And the time we almost died in an earthquake?
Ah, and the time we almost died fighting that critter?
I hope this is only the beginning, and that I'll have many more chances to almost die with you.
Aren't you a charmer? So, are you gonna open your present? Well, our present.
Sure. Uh-huh. What is it?
Fermented apple dews. I stuck them in the soaker tub to accelerate the process. I'm calling it Apple Brew.
Do you think that it's any good?
Well, worst case scenario, we just wasted some apple dews. No big deal.
Should we open it now?
We can open it whenever you want.
To us.
To us. Hey, that's really good, actually.
That's really strong, too. Do you remember the first time you talked about leaving the apiary?
Of course. I'd had a shouting match with my mom. I was just angry.
No, before that.
Before?
We had landed the nest on a hilltop, we were stargazing, and you said, "Come on, let's go."
I
haven't stopped thinking about it since that day. I think that's what pushed me to dig into the Astro Company archives, which led me to find the coordinates of Source. I wanted to be ready for the day.
Wait, when was that?
I don't remember. Right at the beginning, you and your mom got in a fight. You hopped into the nest at night, and you picked me up at my house.
Was that when we went to the Uplands?
Yes, the Uplands. That's it.
Oh, dude, I remember. It was in Frocember. It was super cold out. I was freezing. I just wanted to get back into the nest. That's why I said, let's go. And since you didn't respond, I thought you wanted to stay outside. So I didn't push it. I actually caught a beast of a cold that night.
Wait, so that means if I hadn't misunderstood that night...
It wouldn't have changed a thing.
Well, still, that means we would have never known about Source. We would have never come all the way here.
I'm not buying your story.
Huh?
Why were we stargazing that night? You spent the entire night pointing out this and that constellation to me, wondering if there might be other inhabitable planets outside of the apiary. Other forms of life? You were completely obsessed with the sky. I was even trying to open up about my issues, but you barely listened. And off you went again, chattering about the comets, the microorganisms, or whatever. So, keeping in mind that you had access to this data about Source, and the fact that you are K, do you really think you would have never stumbled upon this planet anyway?
You might be right. Was I really that annoying?
Yes. I came to see you that night because I needed someone. I had nowhere else to go. But at the time, I regretted it. I was actually thinking it would be the last time we saw one another. But you insisted. And the following week, you came to see me in the evening with your little homemade cookies. We chatted all night, and I do believe that is when I fell in love.
Really? The cookies? That's what made you fall in love?
In my defense, they were some excellent cookies. But no, idiot, it wasn't the cookies. It was the thoughtfulness. I was sick, my nose was all swollen, croaking voice. I was a mess. And you just showed up, without me asking. I'd only known you for barely 3 weeks. You took care of me. You baked me some cookies. You stayed and chatted all night, even though it was pretty clear nothing would happen. And you kept on making me laugh, even though it hurt every time I laughed. I hated you.
What was it? Did you fall in love, or did you hate me?
Well, they're not mutually exclusive. Kinda like salty sweet.
Here, give me a taste.
Is there any way I can help?
Nope, I'm almost done.
Okay, but after that, for it to grow, won't we need to water them or anything?
Not these ones. The soil looks sufficiently flow-rich for their needs. After all, They were already thriving when we got here.
Does that mean we'll have nothing left to do before we have some fat homemade fruits?
You could always sing to them. It helps.
For real?
No scientific study has ever proven the contrary. So, maybe?
Do you think they'll like some acrobats?
It'll be your mission to find out.
Hey, isn't that Oink? That is definitely him. That's Oink.
What's happening, big guy? Why are you here? You missed us, didn't you?
I bet he felt lonely on his empty islet.
You do realize that we can't take you along on our journeys, don't you? That would be too exhausting for you.
But you can stay with us next to the nest if you want.
No funny business, though.
I feel like she's avoiding us.
Don't be scared. We're just trying to take a closer look at you.